Hey guys, good morning. So why do I invest in oil tankers? I invested 33%, very happy, but I've noticed a pattern, and I feel very excited about oil tankers, similar to investing in Bitcoin at the time or investing in Tesla a year ago. There is risk, yes, but the people that are enthusiastic about the investment, that make the case for the investment, make a very strong and very good case. And that's a pattern that I've noticed. And I'm also very grateful to the people that do that. And I share on Twitter some of them, like Marcius, and there are like 3-4 people that I discovered that really are believing strong in oil tankers on Twitter and YouTube, and articles on Zero Hedge and so yeah, that's what's really convinces me, the cases they make and the sincerity I hear in their voice, and the astonishment I hear in their voice and the disappointment I hear in their voice of current prices and current valuations, and that's really what attracts me the most to an investment. That really convinces me the most that yes, this is the right way forward. And of course, that doesn't mean it will work out. I invested now almost all my cash, 33% in tankers, and it may fail, but it takes a long time before you really find an investment that you really believe strongly in, and it requires a lot of work. I didn't find that conviction, for example, in the runner-up, which is Illumina, or the Genome Revolution Fund of Cathy Wood of ARK Invest. That's the runner-up, but I didn't feel that passion inside of me. The people that make the case for it, such as Singapore Genius Singapore, there, a good YouTube channel, and he has this as his second investment after Tesla. Yes, I feel the excitement. I mean, I'm very impressed by the technology that Illumina has developed to be able to bring down the cost of plotting your genome, your DNA in full, from 1 billion 15 years ago when the first human genome was done, to now only $1,000 and likely to $100 over the next few years. That's amazing, of course, and this will truly cure diseases instead of solve diseases instead of treating them, and many important diseases by DNA sequencing and DNA editing of your DNA. Like, I think that's extremely impressive, and of course has a great future. But what I miss in this story is Illumina itself as a company does not excite me. I look at the growth numbers. It's 300% revenue growth in 10 years. It's very little for it's actually really way too little. That's not adding up. I also find the CEO not a memorable figure. I forgot his face. I saw some interviews. I think these things are very important also, and I don't have that here. Also, price-wise, like, yeah, I looked at the Genome Fund of ARK Invest, but the price just running away. It's already higher than before the crisis, considerably higher. So it crashed, but it almost doubled or more than doubled already. So I was a bit too late also there to get in. So, but I don't have that with oil tankers. The prices are at all-time lows. It's truly depressed. There was a little bump with the story that came in the news that oil tankers were making tons of money. So some mainstream investors flocked to oil tankers, but then they got out again weeks after, at the moment rates of those ships collapsed, because they went up to from 20,000 to 200,000 a day to rent such an oil tanker, but now it's back at 40,000 a day, so it really collapsed a lot already. But the same for all those share prices, they are back at all-time lows. And I like to invest there in those conditions. I like to invest a lot more. Oi, you okay, baby? Sorry. She ran through against the window. But baby, you cannot come in, eh? You cannot come in because daddy is making a video, okay? Sorry, my love. Sorry. Nee. Sorry. This is my darling Tabby. She's very pregnant. In 1 month, she was expecting a baby, huh? So I'm very, very excited. Very excited. Bye. Yeah, I'm very happy. I didn't choose to invest again in options or calls. I like a portfolio that is easy on the sleep, that doesn't stress me, and calls put a time, like within a certain time you have to succeed, otherwise you lose all your money. That's of course causes more stress in the for me as the investor. Just buying shares that are clearly undervalued, I can hold them a couple of years. They don't have to go up immediately, and it probably will be cut in half again, but I can just leave that for a couple of years, and very likely it will go up. The biggest bearish case for these oil tankers is that the shipping rates have been high, but due to a shortage at the end of 2019, and that was mainly due to regulation. A lot of ships were taken offline by to install scrubbers, which reduces the pollution. These ships that are usually burning very crude, basically waste products from refineries, that's their fuel, containing lots of sulfur, and so they burn that, causing lots of pollution, and so they were forced to install scrubbers, which reduces the pollution. So ships were taken offline, which reduces the amount of ships, but also there was a trade war going on at the end of 2019, where the Chinese vessels were unable to operate, and those are a lot of them too. I think there's about 800 oil tankers in the world on the seas, but probably 100 or so. I don't know how many were taken offline, and of course it reduces supply a lot also. So this is why shipping rates start to go up, and so the bears are saying that, well, that's past, and also so you have many more ships available again, and then you have the corona crisis, which of course creates a shortage again, but not for shipment, actually just for storage, and that too will go away as the contango, as they say, goes away. And that has happened now already. Indeed, prices have collapsed again. The demand for storage is a lot lower, and what they say is that well, the moment oil demand picks up again and the economy restarts again, then actually those refineries will first drain all the storage online, like they have oil stored now also in land storage in the country already, so they will first empty those before they will ask for more exports and more shipments of new oil, and of course with lower oil demand there is just in general less export going on, so all this will reduce the shipment demand and will cause the rates to collapse again, and so there's a and I think indeed that's correct analysis. It's probable that indeed there will be very low rates also. We saw very high rates, that we will see very low loss making rates again is I think probable. This story makes sense to me over the next maybe in half a year or in a year. But I invested not for the short term in this team, but for the long term. I believe it is correct that we are starting, if you just see it at previous price cycles, that we are starting an upwards move in shipping rates due to a general shortage of tankers, just due to a 10-year bear market causing the amount of new ships to collapse. and no orders being placed, so the supply of ships is not going up, and I've understand in the meantime also why that is. Most of these companies, even though they started making lots of money now, they are really not in a position to even order ships, because they are their balance sheets look terrible. They have lots of debts on the book, just to be able to survive in the past, having ran lots of losses, and so they can't increase the debt in any way. But also the ones that offer debt will not be willing to give more debt to buy more ships, because they too have made serious losses, seeing probably some shipment oil tanker companies go broke and default on their debt in the meantime. So all these cash flows, these tremendous revenues that they make today, that's great, but they actually really need that to pay down debts and to improve the balance sheet, their balance sheet, and only after they did that can they start to pay higher dividends, or can start to buy shares, because of course these companies are traded seriously under net asset value, half, like 50%, so it makes sense to buy back shares, but not if you have lots of debt and you need to first pay that back. And so there's no room for these companies. Yes, some do pay high dividends actually, but it's actually not a good policy, but okay. Yeah. But I think we will see, but of course the average shipping rates is what counts here, not month to month, but like year over year or quarter, actually year over year, because quarter over quarter you saw a tremendous rise in quarter 1 2020, and quarter 2 2020 went up a lot, but now it's already on a downward slope. But you have to look at where was the bottom in shipping rates, and I do believe we saw that in 2019. And we are on an upward trend here, which means that we will likely see the valuation metrics of this company just improve a lot. If you look at PE ratio or net asset, the price you can buy the company compared to the actual net assets, and that's then the assets minus all the debts right now, is already super interesting. And all these things, and the PE will only improve as the earnings improve, and so it's only a question of when, not if, the stock prices will go up, which is a great position to be in. Yeah. And so why did I take those companies? I shared on Twitter. I have 10 companies or so. Yeah, I used several metrics, like I looked at okay, who's recommending it to me. You have Lanfear and Michael C from in the YouTube comments, who have recommended several companies, but then I'm also following someone who's really specialized in it. He's also recommending, sharing his portfolio and what he's invested in and whatnot, and based on really in-depth analysis that you can pay for. And also look at track records, which one have proven in the past to do a 10x in the previous bull from 2003 till 2008. That also I value, and then I invest more in those that have like good points and less in those that have less good points, but it's still about 10, and it's not really in-depth research on my side. But yeah, you can see the list on Twitter. And in a future update of my portfolio, you'll see that I've invested more in the ones that are higher listed, and less. I have continued to invest more in those, and not in the ones that are at the bottom of the list. So that's how I do that. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Hello, hello. How are you, little birdie? How are you? You look so beautiful. Huh? You look so beautiful. Huh? She has a motorbike, huh? Ga je eens op je motor zitten? Huh? You're gonna sit on your motorbike? You're gonna drive for the people? Huh? You're gonna drive for the people? Show us, huh? Yeah? Okay? Yes, are you ready? Are you ready? Push it. Push, push. Push, push. Push, push. Push, push. Push, push. You can do it. Push, push. Push, push. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. No, it's not happening. Here. Hier op druwen. Ja, ja. Oké, oké. Yes, go, go, go. 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 Push. Oi! Again. 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 Yes, more, more. Nog, 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 nog. Ja, nog, nog. Nog. She's not yet experienced motor driver. Huh? Still needs some work. Huh? But okay, we'll get there. We'll get there.